jazz en las rocas. El jazz no es para conocedores, es para quien lo quiere escuchar.
Well, welcome to Jazz on the Rocks. Jazz en las Rocas. Mr. Richard Bona, he actually needs no introduction, but I have to do it. So, Richard, tell me a bit about how you got into music.
When I got into music, the easiest way you can get into music is being surrounded by musicians. So I was just surrounded by a lot of musicians, my whole family, close people, the closest people I could get. My grandfather, my mothers, everybody be around me. So I picked up the vibraphone and I started right on it. So that's how I get to music.
And when did you decide to go pro or dedicate your life to it?
Basically, I know from a very young age, I know this was it. Now turning pro, when is pro exactly? I think professional is the moment when you start making a living, like getting paid yourself.
Yeah,
we consider that being a professional.
We would say,
I started to make money when I was like 80 years old.
Okay. So, your whole life,
my entire property, I've been almost a professional.
Okay. Did you always knew that you were gonna go into this kind of music, this like straight line from 8 years old to now, or did you change that?
That I didn't know. When you're 8 years old, 8 years old kid, I was playing ballaphone and percussion. Those were my main instruments. From ballaphone and percussion to the bass today, there were so many instruments in the middle.
Because you play a lot of instruments.
Yeah. So if I knew that I would end up playing bass, I didn't know.
Okay.
Circumstances of during your whole journey, and as a musician, especially a young musician, you will see a lot of things. And then one day I heard John Benson album. All of a sudden I'm a guitar player. I don't want to play organ. I used to play organ in the church back then. And then I don't want to play organ anymore because I heard John Benson. Then I heard Jago Pastorius. I was like, I quit playing guitar now. So, had no. Luckily, when I was 14, I kind of settled on the bass. Yeah, and I didn't move anymore.
Cool. And then you went to France at some point.
Yeah.
When was that?
I was 19 years old when I came to France. When I went for France.
Which part of France were you?
I went to Paris.
To Paris.
Yeah, and I didn't stay that long. There I went to Marseille, living in Salon.
Yeah,
France.
Sunny here.
And then stayed there 7 months. Went back to Paris again.
Nice.
For a few more years, just a few more years. Then I packed packed my stuff, go home to New York. Yeah.
And that's where the Richard Bona I know.
Yeah, that's where the Richard Bona that people know around the world kind of started, but I already started.
Of course,
the goal. I was just people were just getting to know me.
So I was listening that you started working for Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, that was my first gig in New York when I arrived.
For how long were you with him?
I was with Harry for about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was way more.
No, I don't stay long. I'm not a good band member. I'd come in and I don't stay there for a long time.
You're like fancy wolf.
Yeah. I love playing different things. Even my own band. Look, I just did my own band last week. I was my own band playing in France, playing in Slovakia. I'm here playing solo now. And after that, I'm going a trio with Alfredo Rodriguez. We go a trio playing in Spain. I just like to change my brain. That's how my brain is. That's how I feel more. Yeah. If I start doing just this on my own, I can't do that for more than a year.
You get bored.
Yeah. That's where I get
still talking.
Yeah. So I'm not, for that, just that alone, I'm not a good band member. Because the band member, if you're going to play with Rolling Stone, you got to play it.
You gotta be Rolling Stone.
You gotta be part of it for every night for 4 years or more, son. So I'm not good at that. I would jump up, Mick Jagger's head.
No,
I can't. But it's just for my own. I just like to change that creed, That's,
Yes, I found
better
that
for me.
with a lot of people I've interviewed is that the more like authentic musicians, saying others are not, but when you get a project, the project is not the of the music, the creativity of the music.
It's also a way for us to kind of. It's almost like a snake changing its
The skin.
skin,
Yes.
It's almost like that, And then I go with do the Cuban thing a little bit, and I go with my flamenco project. I have flamenco projects out of Spain and doing different things. I feel like I'm doing something new, Beat it up.
There are genre that it's more difficult to get into. You're just saying Cuban, Afro-Cuban, and flamenco.
It's not difficult. Nothing is difficult. Nothing is difficult. It's just a matter of bringing time to do it right.
Discipline.
Nothing is easy. Try to get any best musician in the world to go play mariachi if you think it's easy.
No, it's not. Of course it's not.
And
Cool.
vice versa. Take a mariachi player to go play Sarisky. So nothing is easy. It's just now, if you put a time in it, and and practice, like we always, and anything needs
Everything is like
practice. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it.
yeah.
We'll
Of course. Now, recommendations for anyone who wants to jump into jazz music. Where do you think they could start?
where I think they could start.
Yeah, who could be the one that grabs the?
Oh, but there's so many great jazz musicians out there.
Yeah.
So many great musicians. First of all, you have to pick your instrument. When you know this is my instrument, then I could tell you.
That's an interesting point.
Because just jazz like that could be a singer. I mean, it could be this so as wide, man. Jazz is such a you take a guitar, I would tell her, man, you have to listen to some of the legendary guitar players, Wes Montgomery, George Benson, Charlie Christian, Pat Metheny, and Mike Stern, all the great guitar players, Paco de Lucia, Andy Taylor, that.
Yeah.
And, you pick up a saxophone, of course, you can, there's so many, we start from the birds, Mike Breaker, Bird, and so many, and people even bad,
Yeah, those are
Johnny Hodges and all this, the history, jazz is very long, those over the years, there be so much great musicians, a lot of great musicians, depending of what instrument you want to play.
And let's say bass.
Oh man, bass is same thing with so many, You go, you check guys like Oscar Pettiford back then, Minkers.
Singers, of course.
You across the Stanley Clark, even Lazy Face, Jaco Pastorius, and even young musicians. There's Adria Fiddle, who's a fresh musician, maybe you don't know. It's amazing musicians are out there playing bass today. Victor Wheaton, Rich Bona, of course. You wanna slap good and do the thing, man. Check out Marcus Miller, man. He can pluck that thing, man.
He can.
Lift you up, man. So music is beautiful. Music is beautiful, and we finally understand that we all students of music.
How is that? For someone that is not actually a student of music, why are we both?
Well, that even those masters are still students of music.
Yeah.
You
never stop studying.
They never stop playing and stop evolving and stop, trying new things around. Because I love that, because all the great musicians, they got that in common where, they're just in a constant search.
Yeah.
Of what, I don't know, but they're in it.
The best always say that.
Yeah. It's always like if they search something that they would never found.
Isn't there any like a tiny moment where you think you found something, or you're always in the complete search thinking for?
And I don't ever want to feel like I found something, because we human beings, we have something in us, and you can't deny it. When you feel like you're on top,
It's bad.
you lost your character. you lose completely your character, you know.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, and
Down.
also when you're on top here, the only place left to go is down. Do I want to feel like I'm going down? I'm not going down. I'm going up. I'm climbing.
For it.
I'm like a Mexican, you know. What was his name again?
The trail running.
Yeah, on the Tour de France climber.
Yeah.
Amazing climber. So I want to feel like, you know, I'm just climbing. Because I don't want to feel like I'm on top of a mountain. Because I won't have a place to go. And no place left to go.
And that's how you keep on going.
I want to keep on going and feel like, man, I need to do this, I need to do that. That's what keeps me playing every day.
Well, to finish, one recommendation of someone who's doing right now something you think we should share in our eyes to? Any musician that's obviously alive? Alive. Someone that's doing.
And
let's go.
There's so many young, old, what do you think?
Anyone that grabbed your attention, like right now in the last month.
The last month.
Yeah.
Woo! No, not just the last month. It'd be good.
Okay, let's take this.
Jacob Collier.
Okay, Jacob Collier.
I check out his one of the last things that I don't know if it's a new thing.
Well, it's the first time that it comes up here. This podcast is the first time that someone mentions it. I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. I love
Jacob Collier. Well,
beautiful, wonderful. So I was listening to this thing. I played like 20 times. Listening to say he's amazing. He's amazing, fantastic. There are a lot of young, talented. It's so beautiful music. The future of music looks so bright and beautiful. I'm just like, so many good musicians out there.
Let's stick with that. The future of music looks so bright.
It looks bright, yeah.
I'm held up Richard Bona.
Future so bright, you gotta wear shades.
Yeah, I'm wearing shades.
That's why you're wearing shades, exactly. That's how
we are, man. We are musicians out of others thing at all, man. We're the first cause of global warming. I tell you.
Thank you very much.
Jazz en las rocas. Agradecemos a nuestro patrocinador, Bushmills.